Working late again? You know, even you need sleep, Bruce.
Sleep is a luxury. I'm updating protocols.
Protocols for what?
Everyone, including you.
You're talking about contingency plans. Again.
You say that like it's unreasonable.
We're supposed to be allies, friends even.
Which is exactly why I need them. The more powerful you are, the more damage you could do if compromised. Mind control, red kryptonite, raid spores. I've seen you lose control before, Clark.
And I've always come back, with help from the people who trust me.
Trust doesn't stop a heat vision blast.
Preparation does. You really think you could stop me if it came down to it?
I don't think. I know. Kryptonite in multiple forms and locations. Sonic frequencies that disrupt your equilibrium. Red sun radiation grenades. Exploiting the fact that you pull your punches because you're afraid of hurting people.
That's not fear. That's restraint. There's a difference.
Is there? You hold back because you know what you're capable of. That's the same calculation I make, knowing what everyone is capable of.
The difference is, I trust my team not to become threats. You assume everyone will. Hope for the best. Plan for the worst. It's kept me alive. It's also kept you alone. When was the last time you fully trusted anyone?
I trust you to do the right thing when you're in control. But what happens when you're not? What happens when someone with your face, your powers, your access starts tearing through Metropolis?
Then you stop them. But not because you had a file ready. Because in that moment, you make the hard choice. Planning for my downfall feels like you're waiting for it. I planned because I refused to be helpless. I watched my parents die because I was unprepared. A child with no power, no options. Never again. I understand that. I lost my entire world, Bruce. Krypton is gone. Everyone I could have known, every person I might have been, erased. I couldn't save any of them, which is why you try to save everyone now, and why you try to control everything. We're both reacting to trauma. But I chose to believe in people. You chose to suspect them.
Your optimism is admirable, but I've seen what happens when good men fall. Harvey Dent was Gotham's White Knight until he became Two-Face. One bad day, Clark. That's all it takes.
I'm not Harvey Dent, and you're not Judge Dredd. We get to choose who we are every day.
Do we? Or are we just waiting for the right pressure to crack? You're one of the most powerful beings on Earth. The sun itself fuels you. What happens when someone figures out how to use that against everyone else?
Then I remove myself from the equation. I'll fly into deep space before I let myself be used as a weapon.
You say that now. But if someone had your mind, they'd have your convictions too. They'd convince you that destroying the city was saving it. That killing was necessary. Is that what your file says? In case of evil Superman, destroy the city first? It says neutralize the threat with minimal collateral damage. Kryptonite dart to the base of your skull. 15 seconds until you're unconscious. Another 90 until your powers fully suppress. You've timed it. I've tested it. Simulations. Your reaction time, durability thresholds, recovery rates. I know exactly how long it would take.
And what's my contingency for you? When the man who's always 3 steps ahead decides Gotham needs more permanent solutions.
You are my contingency. If I ever cross that line, you pull me back. You're the one person who could.
So you trust me with your life, but not with my own?
I trust you with my life because I know you won't take it. But I also know you're vulnerable in ways you don't always acknowledge. Your humanity is both your greatest strength and your exploitable weakness.
Humanity isn't a weakness.
Tell that to Zod, to Doomsday, to every kryptonite weapon that nearly killed you because you hesitated.
I hesitated because killing should never be easy. The moment it becomes routine, we've lost something essential.
Agreed. But there's a difference between moral conviction and tactical liability. Your hesitation gives enemies time to adapt, to hurt people you're trying to protect, and your paranoia pushes away the people trying to help you.
How many Robins have you gone through, Bruce? How many partners have walked away because you couldn't let them in?
Every single one of them is alive, because I trained them to survive. Because I gave them the skills and knowledge to protect themselves when I'm not there.
Or because they were strong enough to survive you.
Maybe both.
Look, I understand why you do this. I really do.
But constantly planning for your friends to become enemies, that's exhausting and lonely. It's necessary, is it? Or is it just easier than admitting you might need people, that you can't control every outcome? The moment I admit that is the moment someone dies because I wasn't prepared. People die anyway, Bruce. We can't save everyone. I've learned that the hard way, which is why I maximize our chances. Every scenario mapped, every vulnerability cataloged. When the crisis comes, and it will, we won't waste time figuring out what to do, unless the crisis is caused by someone stealing those files. Your Tower of Babel protocols nearly destroyed the League. Ra's al Ghul stole incomplete data. The current files are encrypted, compartmentalized, and require dual biometric authorization to access. Still doesn't answer the question. Who watches the Watchmen? Who has contingencies for the man with contingencies for everyone? You do. Diana. The League. If I ever become the threat, you stop me. No hesitation. See, that's the difference between us. You've already planned how to kill me. I'm still hoping I never have to fight you. Hope isn't a strategy. No, but it's what separates us from the people we fight. They've given up on humanity. We haven't. At least I haven't. I haven't given up on humanity. I've seen its capacity for both greatness and horror. I prepare for both, and in preparing for the horror, do you ever miss the greatness? Sometimes. But I can live with missing moments. I can't live with being unprepared when it matters. What about living, period? Not just surviving, Bruce. Actually living. Trusting someone completely. Being vulnerable. Vulnerability gets people killed. Isolation kills you slowly. I've watched it happen to people who push everyone away. They become the thing they were fighting against. I have Alfred. I have the family. And you have contingencies for all of them too, don't you? I don't answer. That's what I thought. You know what my contingency for Lois is? Loving her. Trusting her. Believing that even when things get dark, we face it together. And if someone threatens her to control you, then I save her. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes is how good men become tyrants. You tear the world apart for one person. I'll save her without destroying everything else. That's the difference. You see everything as a trolley problem. I see problems that need solving with the tools available. And when those tools aren't enough, then I find new ones. Ask for help. Adapt. I don't have a file that says break glass in case of failure. I have people I trust to help me when I fail. Trust is earned, Clark, not given freely, and you make people earn it in impossible ways. Complete loyalty, perfect execution, no mistakes. That's not trust. That's a test everyone eventually fails. If they fail my tests, they're not ready for what's out there. Or maybe your tests are designed to confirm what you already believe, that everyone lets you down eventually. Everyone does let you down. It's human nature. People break under pressure, betray you when it serves them, die when you need them most. So you wall yourself off to avoid the pain. I get it. But you also miss the joy, the connection. The reason we do this in the first place. We do this because someone has to. Because the world needs protecting from itself. No. I do this because I believe the world is worth protecting. That people are fundamentally good and deserve a chance to prove it. You do this because you're angry and afraid. Anger and fear keep me sharp. They also keep you alone in a cave, talking to computers instead of people. When's the last time you had a conversation that wasn't tactical? We're having one now. Are we? Or are you analyzing my speech patterns for signs of kryptonite influence while calculating how many seconds it would take to deploy your countermeasures?
Slight pause.
Both. At least you're honest. Look, I'm not saying don't be prepared. I'm saying don't let preparation replace connection. We're supposed to be on the same side.
We are, which is why I need to be ready if that changes.
It won't change because you have a file. It won't change because you're prepared. It'll change, if it does, because we stopped seeing each other as allies and started seeing each other as threats.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Exactly. You plan for my downfall so thoroughly that you start to expect it, and expectations shape behavior.
Maybe, but the alternative is complacency. And complacency gets people killed faster than paranoia.
There's a middle ground. Awareness without obsession. Preparation without paranoia.
I wouldn't know how to find it.
Start by deleting one file. Just one. Pick
pick someone you actually trust and let go.
And if that person becomes compromised?
Then you handle it in the moment, like you've handled every other impossible situation you faced. You're Batman. You don't need a manual for everything. The manual is what makes me effective. No. Your mind makes you effective. The detective who can read a crime scene in seconds. The tactician who outthinks opponents with cosmic-level intellect. That person doesn't need a file to know what to do. That person also doesn't take unnecessary risks. Bruce, I've seen you jump off buildings hoping your grapnel works. I've seen you face down Darkseid with nothing but your wits and audacity. You take risks constantly. You just don't call them that.
Calculated risks, based on probability and preparation.
Trusting people is a calculated risk too. You're just bad at the math on that one. Fair point. So here's my proposal. I'll accept that you have contingencies for everyone, including me. I won't ask you to delete them. But you have to accept that constantly expecting betrayal
damages the relationships you're trying to protect. Acceptable, as long as you accept that my caution isn't personal, it's tactical.
It's both, and you know it. But I'll take what I can get. Just try to remember that we're not your enemies. We're your family.
Family can hurt you worse than enemies. They know where you're vulnerable.
They also know where you're strong, and they stand with you anyway. That's the part you keep forgetting.
I don't forget. I just plan around it.
Then plan around this. I'm not going to betray you. I'm not going to go rogue. And when the day comes that you actually need those contingencies, not because of me, but because of something controlling me, I'll trust you to do what's necessary. And if it comes to that, I'll make it quick. Painless. You deserve that much. Appreciate it. Though I'm hoping it never comes to that. Hope for the best. Plan for the worst. I know. For what it's worth, I do understand why you do this. I just wish you didn't have to. Wishing doesn't change reality. No. But believing in people sometimes does. Give it a try sometime. I'll add it to my list of contingencies. You're impossible. You know that. It's part of my charm. One more thing. That kryptonite dart to the base of my skull. 15 seconds to unconsciousness? Correct. I could be in orbit in 3. Just so you know. Not if you don't see it coming. I always see it coming, Bruce. I just trust you not to pull the trigger. Yet. Good night, Batman. Clark. Thank you for understanding. Even if you don't agree, that's what friends do. Even paranoid ones with contingency plans. Especially those ones. Superman leaves. Batman watches his heat signature disappear through the walls, then returns to his files. After a moment, he pulls up a specific folder labeled Superman, Contingency Alpha. His hand hovers over the delete key. He doesn't press it. Instead, he adds a single note. Revisit after next crisis. Possible trust adjustment pending. To himself. Small steps.